This is going to be a brief explanation about weighted grading. This course uses weighted grading, okay? So at the end of the semester, you cannot take the points you've earned and divide that by the points possible to calculate your grade. There's going to be a column in the grade center that's titled weighted grading, your grade, running weight, something like that, and that's where your grade is going to be. So first I'm going to talk about what weighted grading is. It's basically when a course grade is divided into component parts. Each of these parts are worth some percentage of the total grade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over to a syllabus from one of the classes, and I'm going to show you these component parts. So if you look in your syllabus and it looks something like this, where it shows participation is worth 10% of the final grade. 21st century skills are worth 5% of the final grade. Flipped classroom, that means that your class uses a weighted grading system, okay? And when you use a weighted grading system, probably, like for the assignment, the grade's not always going to be 100 points. The grade will probably be based on rubric components. Like you could have, for one assignment, the grade could be 33 points. But yet that grade could hold more weight. And this is what I mean by more weight. It's a larger percentage of your final grade. So it's more important for you to score really high on that one than it might be for one that is only worth 5% of your final grade. It's really important to understand that. Why use weighted grading? The reason that I use it is pretty simple. I use it because it allows me to create rubrics that are very specific to the assignment components. All of my grades don't have to equal to be 100 points, and then I subjectively give you points here and there. I can say that doing this requirement is worth 1 point. Doing this requirement is worth another point. Doing this requirement is worth another point. This requirement, because it's a heavier requirement, is worth 2 points. And so at the end, I can add those points up, and your final grade can be out of 23 points or something like that. I don't always have to use 100 points, which means that sometimes the grading system doesn't work out great. So how to calculate the weighted grade? Again, like I told you, you're not ever going to have to calculate it on your own because it is laid out. It's already done in the grade center. That column titled weighted total or something like that, it calculates it for you based on the percentage that has been assigned to each assignment in the grade center. But I'm going to go through how to do it just really quickly so that you understand. Okay, so step one, you're going to enter the component points available. Okay? So, how many points are available? To determine this, you go to the assignment in the grade center, and it will tell you that, this assignment is worth 33 points, or this assignment is worth 67 points. So you would enter that information right here. So this assignment was worth 120 points, and you would enter that. The next thing you would do is enter the points that you actually earned. So on assignment 1, it was worth 60 points, and you earned 40 points. Assignment 2 was worth 25 points, and you earned 25 points. Okay? The next step is you're going to go to the syllabus, and you're going to see what percentage was assigned to that assignment. So like, for example, you would come over here and you would look at 21st century skills assignment. It was worth 5%. So you would enter 5 in this column right here. Okay? So you would go through all the assignments and you would enter the percentage point. This always has to equal 100 because 100% is the most that you could score in a class. If it doesn't equal 100%, then that means the information here is probably not correct, or you've written something incorrectly. Okay? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to calculate the component percentage. So you're going to take, give me just 1 second. You're going to take your calculator and you're going to divide 115 divided by 120. And that's going to give you 0.95555, something like that, okay? You're going to take 40 and divide it by 60, and it's going to give you this number. 25 divided by 25, and it's going to give you this number, okay? So that's the next step, is you go down and you do that, because you're calculating what percentage of this you earned. The next step is you're going to calculate the grade points earned, okay? So what you do is you take that 96, so you enter 0.96 on your calculator, and you multiply that by 20. So that tells you that out of 20 points, you earned 19.2 of them, okay? Calculate 0.67 multiplied times 15. So out of that 15 possible points, you earned 10.05, okay? So you go down through that, and that tells you the points that you've earned in the class, which will tell you out of 100, I've earned, 96.4 or 76.8 or whatever, okay? So that's how you figure weighted grading. Let's say that you're to this area in the class, and you know at this point that you've earned 76 percentage points. No, well, you couldn't have. That you've earned 56 points, okay? So to determine what you could possibly make in the class, you know that you could earn an additional 20 points, and you could earn another additional 20 points. So you could finish the class with a 96. Next thing you do is just total up those points, and there you have your final grade. Okay, so that kind of explains how weighted grading works. Again, in the Grade Center, that column assumes that you have made a 0 on everything that has not been assessed. So until your instructor assesses your work, it's plugged a 0 in for that assignment, okay? So at the beginning of the semester, your grade's going to be a 0, and it's going to go higher and higher and higher and higher. Hope this is helpful.